Morning, our dear friend and ABC colleague, Barbara Walters, of course, starting that show 18 years ago. It's become a cultural phenomenon, and ABC's Cameron Matheson is here now with the behind-the-scenes look. Hey, Cam.
Good morning. 4,000 episodes, and to think when The View first launched, very few were convinced that this show would actually take off. In fact, Barbara Walters told me that she considered this show a huge risk. Amazing. But from the groundbreaking moments like the first sitting presidential interview ever on a daytime talk show to the countless hot topics that got everyone talking, now almost 18 years later, we celebrate The View. Take a look. Groundbreaking.
This is a show that I have always wanted to do.
Original.
Hot topics.
Daring. The View, a cornerstone of pop culture, tackling everything from the hardest hitting issues
This guy is he's a climate change denier.
to the hottest topics for 18 years.
I breastfed. I'm a woman. I get it. I don't want to watch other people do it.
And to think no one thought it would last.
What she did was she opened the road to reminding people that if you have a conversation and you have a conversation amongst diverse women, you'll get a good idea of what's going on in the rest of the country. That's what she did magnificently.
I'm really happy to be here.
It's an honor every day to sit with Whoopi and Nicole, and you know, it keeps you on your toes.
When you started, did you ever think that you'd be here today on the 4,000th
No,
show?
of course not. I would never think that. I never, you know what they say, the show must go off. So, and then Barbara, you know, she really took the reins and went around and pushed it to keep it on the air.
We are four women of different ages.
They know when you first came up with the idea, there was a little bit of resistance, wasn't there?
Well, the president of ABC News said, you don't want to do this show. This will ruin your reputation for you to do a daytime talk show. You don't want to do that. I had to call some of our local affiliates and beg them to carry the show.
Really? And
Yeah.
what were they saying? What was the resistance about?
They didn't know that a show all about women with a bunch of women cackling away, you know, would be, and with what we called hot topics, you know, so that women, it was live, it is live, that women will argue and have different opinions. That wasn't done.
And unscripted and spontaneous.
Yeah.
And historical.
Do you really think that being on the show with a bunch of women, 5 women, who never shut up is going to be calming?
That is the look. I was trying to find a show that Michelle actually watched.
The View becoming the first daytime talk show to interview a sitting president in 2010.
In politics, you always knew the mood of the country by sort of turning on that hot topics. And as a White House staffer, I knew I had great ammunition when I would storm down to the Oval Office and say, Mr. President, they're talking about this on The View.
Politicians, actors, singers, comedians have all taken in The View, but none more than Mario Cantone.
How many times?
I've been, it's over 130.
Over 130.
Since 1999, I had the greatest time, and it's...
We need to slap a wig on you and just make you a co-host.
I think so, too.
And as we celebrate today's 4,000th episode, wise words from the woman who started it all. So for 4,000 shows, the sign-off, would you mind, just as we wrap up this interview, if I sat with you and we said that together?
Take a little time to enjoy the view. Mwah.
Thank you. Look at all the love there. What an honor to sit down with Barbara Walters and all the hosts from past and present. It really was. I've actually been lucky enough to be a guest on The View 20 times, and I thought that was cool. But 130?
I know, you're in the wrong room.
I'm in the wrong room.
It was impressive until you stood
Exactly,
there.
yeah.
And the shoes, you knew you were in Whoopi's wardrobe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
you
called
recognized
that.
one.
Yeah. Another 4,000? What do you think, guys?
Oh, easily,
4,000.
easily.
And the funny
No
thing
doubt.
is, we're sitting here doing the heat index. You know, after they started Hot Topics, so they really have started a conversation in this country in a way that...
Well, you have to stop and think they were a trendsetter. You know, the things that we see today, they started way back when, 18
No doubt
years
about
ago.
it. Yeah. Groundbreaking.
Thanks, Cam.
Salute Barbara Walters and all of the women in The View.